Alright, hey everyone, I'm going to do a small Lunar magic tutorial. Basically, I'm just going to go over the basics of like how you do level design and stuff. Not really how you do level design, but how you make a level. So, we have level 105, which is the first level. And basically, we can edit this level with this program. I've also done some prior graphics changing, just cause. So I'm just going to control delete all of this. Usually I like to go through the level just pressing the right button and like grabbing different things and putting them up in the sky. Shit, oops. And just like grabbing different things and locating them near the beginning so I can do whatever with them. But I'm just going to hit control and delete. And this will delete everything on the screen, including things like secondary exits and like exits to different levels. Alright, that's map 16. So what this is, you might see at the very top, there are different buttons. Basically, let's close this. The button that's depressed right now, he's very sad, is basically object editing mode. So I was moving around, like there's pipes and stuff. I was moving around the level tiles. Wow, I'm bad at this. And that's like the mode I was on. Now if I were to press the escape button or just click it, I could move to sprite editing mode and I could click on one of the enemies there and move them around as such. This, don't worry about it, it's layer 2. We don't have layer 2 enabled for this level, so. Alright, this is the open add objects window. Basically, it's, you get to switch through, you get to select a bunch of tiles, and this is add sprites. Two very basic windows for adding in enemies and tiles and stuff like that. So a lot more advanced. This button, and like these 4 buttons, I'm not going to worry about right now. They're very simple. This one just allows you to change some graphics. This one is something that requires its own video. This is background editing, and this is the overworld map. This is the palette button, but we won't, and this just lets me zoom in. Look at that black void of nothing that doesn't need to be there. This is also just shows animations. Alright, so basically, you want to go through, and you'll see visible coin blocks. You'll see everything, pretty much, that's been in the game. These were originally like little turn blocks. I just decided to change the graphics. I used some of the Yoshi's House graphics and just kind of did something with it. Oh, throw blocks, that's it. Those are chompers. Those are the blocks, blah blah blah. You won't see the graphics that I've put in, but I'm just actually using this because I'm actually going to be using this as a project. Sort of hack thing for fun. These are pipes. You have different types for like exit enabled stuff. These are bullet bills. These will not shoot out. They're like the bullet bill like tile, but they won't shoot out bullet bills themselves. You need the actual generator to do that. Okay, these are little slopes. That one's a little bit glitchy. It'll be like a ceiling slope in a cave level, etc., etc. They're just little ledges. Vine. There's this right here. I might as well just, there we go. Right click to put something in the level. I don't think I'll need it, but I'll put it there as well. Another right edge, I know I'll need this. Oops. There we go. Put another one of those. Just in case. Also, probably going to need these. Sorry, it took me a second. I don't know why. That's a little weird. Don't know. Probably going to need these. What you saw when I opened the object window for the first time, might need these, but was map 16. Basically, You can edit stuff. It's kind of complicated. Did I already? I skipped it. Alright, so now we have your basic ledge. I'm gonna put this here for Mario to stand on, or else he's gonna fall into a pit. There's no tile for a pit, you just go to the bottom of the stage and then you die. I guess you could say that this is the pit, but whatever. Then we have more things. That's that alone won't have a midpoint thing. It'll just be like the little thing for it. Same thing here, just this alone won't have like a level exit. It'll just be there. Rope tile clouds, both things you can go on top of from underwater. Not from underwater, oh I guess. Glitched out lava, there's the little chain link things. And then there's a big gigantic thing, but you can't edit like the... I'll just show you by doing. Like you can't edit how deep down it goes, so that's why I just never use it. This kind of, you get to see, they're kind of glitched. This shares tiles with the forest tiles, so some of them will be glitched. Some of the vertical stuff the diagonal facing stuff we've been seeing throughout the level. Little bushes. And what else is there? No, there's a bunch of... There's this, I'm not going to scroll through this. It's basically extended objects. Map 16, okay. So I'm just going to pause for a while. I'm actually going to go through the sprites real quick. Just real quick, because this guy will always throw a Koopa, or like throw a shell. I guess it'll push it. Like okay, whatever. You kinda, if you've played Mario World, you kinda get an idea of what these enemies do. This is a little weird, but whatever. Different things, you can just have a Yoshi spawn. All the power-ups and stuff. These are the goals I was talking about. There's normal exit and secret exit. Some hidden, like, things that weren't in the original game. Alright, so... That's like, if I were to make this a dark level, that would, like, light up the area. Or not light up the area, but, like, have the little spotlight. And then the shells, alright? I'm not gonna go through... We have sprite commands and generators, blah blah blah. Okay. Now I'm gonna start just making a level using the things I have been searching through with the menus and doing all that. I'll probably just make, like, the structure of the level before I add any enemies. Alright, see you guys in a second. Alright, we should be back. And as you see, I just did a little bit of a level. This is going to be sort of a beach level, so yeah, so it's not going to be very mountainy or hilly. And it looks really boring because there's no enemies on screen. There's just blocks. By the way, if you haven't played the original Mario World while you're watching this video, but this is what it's supposed to look like, but I kind of feel bad for... Ooh, uh-oh. Yeah, my microphone probably didn't pick up what, like, half of what I just said. Basically, I'm back. And I made a small little bit of level. But it looks pretty boring right now. Like, there's no enemies, it's just some blocks and bullets and land. It's supposed to be a beach level. So, yeah. So let's take a look at this button. So you might, at first glance, you might think, oh no, actually, hang on, I'm getting hit. Jumping the gun here. Oops. So we've seen all these sprites. Let's add a bob. Ooh. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Well, frankly, oops. Because we are, let's go back to this here. I know I'm planting glitchy bob-bombs all over the place. But look at this. The sprite set is Bonsai Bill. The reason I deleted all of the level and then restarted is because I ain't having some of that crap. We're gonna switch it to forest. And let's move this out of the way here so you can see it happen for yourselves. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! I almost said ba-bomb for some reason. Now they're normal. However, if we... I'm sure there's something. Let's try... See, some of them are glitch. Because just sprite limitations, I guess. This is basically... Spinies and bob-bombs and stuff like that. Actually, I can show you exactly what's in there. Pardon this. Alright, let's get it to a palette where it's actually understandable. Oop, going the wrong way. Alright, there we go. So now you can see like wigglers and stuff like that. You also see like a pipe thing. Those are the pipes that would go up and down. So I'm probably going to use those. But you're probably wondering, okay, by the way, the Buzzy Beetle looks, just happens to be in the same spot that Spiny, so it's got a weird kind of color, but it'll work. They act like, the Buzzy Beetles, even though they look like Spinies, they act like Buzzy Beetles, so you just have to jump on it. Depending on its position, it's kind of like, am I a Lakitu with the one up, or am I just... This is supposed to be the, like, this is Thwimp, and the Thwomp's rather glitched. Because it's the wrong sprite set. By the way, the reason, let's add some of these in. We're starting to add enemies in, by the way. The reason... Oh, the reason Yoshi can't go on Ghost House or Castles is because both the Castle and the Ghost House sprite set take 2 sprite sheets worth of things. Like, hang on, I'll show you again. See how there's this and this? Like, you can't have... like, this entire thing would be taken up by Castle. So, by, like, that entire sprite set. Or, like, both Castle and Ghost House sprite sets do the same, like, take up 2. So let's look for something decent. Okay, let's add this in here. Is that what I think it is? Pipe dwelling like yuppers. Gonna put it in the sprite pipe, even though it's gonna look weird. I tend to put things in the things in the sky. That's just because I like having things in reach. Wiggler. I always am tempted to grab the balloon, but I don't know why. You know what? Maybe I'll have like a dragon coin that needs a cloud to get used. Oh, I guess if I'm having a Lakitu in it. Alright, the Charge and Chucks, pretty much, they're good on any sprite set except for the 2 that I mentioned. The aforementioned Ghost House and Castle, that's it. Sorry. Okay, so you can just add in a bunch of enemies. I'm just kind of adding them in because this is sort of like a just showing you how this works. So yeah, you can pretty much add in enemies. This is glitched. So is that, so is that. Like my 2 favorite enemies in the game. The Lotus and the throwing things Chuck are all glitched. You also need, yeah, I'll keep it up there. Why not? We're getting towards the end of... Whenever I try to, like, complete a sentence, I run into something that I was like, oh, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll grab that real quick. But yeah, you can see some, like, a lot of the stuff is glitched. It's because sprite set stuff. Alright, so now we have pretty much a lot of things. And so this is how you basically, you can go on from here and finish your level. But I want to go over one thing. If I press F1, notice this, these are screens. 0001. By the way, the name of this game, or the way this game sort of orders things, It goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. 1A, or you know what I mean? Hang on. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Or E, F, then 10, then 11, etc. It's weird. And that's how also the numbers are lettered, or that's how the levels are numbered. So yeah, you can continue making this level, but this doesn't look very beachy. It looks more like grasslandy. Well, now let's start to get into the palettes a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna end this video off with a way to change the palettes. Okay, so we have basically, let's say if we want to make the hills a different color. This is background. Should probably move this out of the way a little bit. There we go. Alright, this is background 1. As you see the little things, you can easily fix that. But 2, 3, oh, yep. Most of them are like really glitched, so it's kind of hard to have. I think this is the only palette that uses the hills in the game. Alright, let's mess around with the foreground. This is supposed to be used for caves, by the way. Doesn't work for land. That's supposed to be used for castles, but it works well. Kind of looks snowy-ish. Chocolate. Awesome. What is, like, that's the first stage. Like, that's stage 1, or 0-1 in Lunar Magic. This is that. And that's it. So, let's get into changing the custom palette. Actually, wait, still need to get into back area color. Alright, this is 0, which is fucking eye hurting. It's not that bad, but maybe it's just my screen. 1, oh, it's 2, this is 3, 4, ugh. 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna stay with this. It's going to be like a nighttime beach level. Okay, so that's basically how you... Oop, I do want to switch the foreground back to what it was, because I'm going to make a beachy area. I usually have the biggest trouble making a level that looks like it's like beach, because it'll just come out looking weird, but I'll see what I can do. So now what we need to do is basically click this button. That will isolate any palette changes in this level. So if I change like any of this, that it won't affect the next level. One thing to notice: palette 0, that's background like right here. Actually, wait, the entire thing is. But like these first two, 0 and 1, are background tiles. 2 is always like land tiles. 3 is always lava tiles, or like the doors from Bowser's Castle. 4 is usually just the stone block tiles. 5 is the pipe tiles, which I've actually added a green there, because some things with like chompers, like if you have multiple palettes of chompers, it can look pretty weird. Okay, this is palette 6. That's basically coins and yellow pipes and dragon coins. This is why this is flashing. This is those little things that let you run up walls. It's like the switch palette. That's basically all you need to know for editing object palettes. And sometimes, like if you were to say switch this to palette 5, which you have to do in map 16, if I hadn't edited these two, it would come out weird. So you can just edit away I'm probably going to come back next time and talk about map 16 and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, or at least learned something. If you were entertained, comment. If you weren't, criticize. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, it's not really entertained, but hopefully you learned something. Maybe you didn't, because it's kind of basic, but whatever. I'll finish this level, and then we'll go into map 16. See ya.